Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is just a quick little project share where I embellish it and, make it more custom. It is the new Kscraft 3D suitcase, and there's a lot of dies, you guys. Sometimes when I get dies like this, I'm just like, oh, do I really want to put that together, but it is cute. So the first time I watched Hannah's tutorial, because I was just like very intimidated by all the pieces, and I did one. And then I did two more after that, and I didn't even have to look at a tutorial, you just knew. So basically everything with no stitching, you cut out once. You don't have to cut stuff out twice. There's no guesswork of what that is, like how many pieces you need to cut out of each. So basically, there's these two little squares with stitching that I didn't end up using. I also didn't use these little circle things. I used some chain that I had in my stash because I want to use my stash. I didn't use any of these words, so it's like I got rid of those pieces. And then the stitching, layering, matting pieces, you technically don't even have to do that. You could just cut your suitcase out once in these ones without the stitching, and there you go. So the only thing that took me a long time was when I put it together. I did 110-pound cardstock because I wanted it sturdy. So I cut everything out in 110. And then the stitching pieces, like I didn't know where these pieces went or the orientation. So if you have a paper where, say for instance, the hearts are all upwards, or there's words that are all upwards, you're going to have to, so I assembled my thing, and then I cut these pieces out because I was like, okay, where does this piece go? Where does this piece go? So let me show you how cute this little suitcase is. It is absolutely adorable. Hannah does have a tutorial. Her tutorial keeps going, and she basically cuts the lid out twice and kind of makes these, it'd be like chopping it off right here, and she makes these little, like, not drawers, but compartments, stacking compartments inside the thing. But me, I was like, okay, the tutorial's done. I don't want to add extras. And I didn't. And then that way I could fit, bigger, bulkier things. Anyway, this is it. Cute little suitcase. The handle, like at first I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Basically you cut, I don't know where it's at, but it's this little piece, and you just fold a flap. That's it. These little circles that I did not use are to replace this piece and do circle, like little circles, but I did metal, those ball and chain that I have a million of, and I'm like, I never use them. Like I need to use those. You could probably use big giant jump rings if you have those on hand, big enough to go around this loop right here. These little gemmies, I finally used gemmies flatbacks that were in my stash. Like, again, something I haven't touched or used in probably years. My tassels, these little things I got from AliExpress. I did mess up though because I put a magnet. This is magnet. The lid is very snug without the magnet. But I don't know. I just wanted some magnet just to help keep it closed, I guess, even longer. I added this little tassel, but it's a brad. This is a brad, and the brad lined up exactly where the magnets are. So I had to get my wire, like my pliers, and like try to bend the wire. It was a hot mess, but hopefully nobody looks up and under the hood. I stitched the top because I forgot to stitch all these panels because, again, I felt like I was like overwhelmed. Like I was just trying to figure out which orientation to cut the paper. And then I ended up picking out this paper, which has tickets that are all in different directions. So it didn't matter which way I cut it. I didn't have to pay attention that closely to these pieces. I wanted my stripes in the right direction on all of them, so I had to pay attention to that. Everything that's skinny and stitched, it's just for this top piece, the top lid, that's it. And then again, it's these panels. You don't technically have to decorate the back if you don't want to, so you can photo mat it and then add this little piece right here. I lined the inside with a piece of like velvet sticker sheet from Amazon, just because I kind of felt like it reminded me of like an old suitcase or a jewelry box. So it's kind of cool. It's just red in there. Again, I could do this and cut this here. I could cut this piece again and do it on the inside. So if you want to get fancy and more work, more paper, you can do that, like by all means, but not me. I am the lazy crafter. So I did the handles with the little ball and chain. This is all cut out in 110, gemmies, and it just turned out so cute. Oh, these little guys. I've had them in my stash. Like, I've had them in my stash so long, this box has turned yellow over the years. Like, it just yellows. So, they are, oh, here they are. They're like, I think they're just called photo frame corners. So, they're 3D, but this is such a thin metal. I literally got my scissors, Hobby Lobby scissors, and I just started cutting just so that it was the flat piece of this, like, embossed area. And I got that and put hot glue and just did the corner pieces. So it's like not dimensional at all. And then I went in with my scissors again and cut the very tip corner So if you look closely, you can tell it's cut, but I just didn't want anything super sharp. You can go in with your nail file and go over the edges again. But cute little gold accents. I'm like, I didn't want to add feet because then it's going to look, I don't know, dressery versus like vintage suitcase. I don't know. I mean, I could. I think it would still be cute. But yeah, these are just absolutely durable. Again, the first one, I was kind of just, you know, getting the feel of what was what. And this, by the second and third one, it was like, oh my gosh, so fast. So anything big that has, you know, scorer and folds, that's for the bottom base. And then the top piece stuff is all for the top piece. The skinny, all these little skinny ones are for the top lid. That's it. It's like a lid and the bottom. That's it. And you're gluing it together, and then photo mats. So yeah, very cute. I'll link it down below, and then I will also link Hannah's tutorial. All right, bye guys.